has a question on any agenda item. Yes, Mr. Smith?
John Schmidt from West Hops Avenue, Gloucester City. Was actually not going to come tonight. I had a previous meeting at 8, but the two things I wanted to bring up are topics on the agenda, so I think it fit in the category. Regarding the special meeting minutes of October 12, 2011, for the hiring of the new business administrator, what was the vote on that?
Are you asking what the roll call vote
Yes.
was? Ms. Conley, would you be able to supply that?
You want it by name?
I'm curious if there were any no votes.
There was one no vote.
And who was that?
It was Mrs. Kirk.
Could I inquire as to the no vote and why?
No. I mean, you can inquire respectfully.
Okay, I won't
But-
inquire if
but-
Ms.
but-
Kirk wants to answer,
but-
fine, if not, she
But
can
the,
let it go.
well, I apologize for sounding rude. What my reaction, my name is Phil Stern, for those of you who don't know me, I'm the board attorney. At the public comment session, and this is not so much for Mr. Schmidt's edification, but just generally speaking as far as the public is concerned, public comment is designed to be an opportunity for the public to say whatever it is that they want to say about, in this case, we're at the agenda only portion. And, you know, we welcome Mr. Schmidt's comments, we welcome anybody's comments. What the board does, though, with regard to public comment is it reserves the right to answer or not answer questions regarding the public comment. And what that represents, frankly, is we're trying to balance, in one respect, being responsive to you. That, for example, Mr. Schmidt has a direct question to a board member, and we don't want to appear to be non-responsive, but at the same time, what the public comment is not supposed to be is a cross-examination of board members. And that if a board member chooses not to, for whatever reason, answer a question, they are certainly within their rights to do so. I would also suggest that the nature of Mr. Schmidt's question with regard to the reasoning behind a particular vote may implicate issues under the Open Public Meetings Act as it pertains to rice notices. This is an individual who has been appointed, yes? Yes. So she is an employee, she is basically an employee of the school district, and to the extent that we would get into anything that is performance related or whatever, that individual has not been riced for this meeting, and that could also be an issue. So having said all that, and again with apologies for interrupting, the board certainly reserves the right to answer or not answer the question.
No, I do not wish to answer your question.
That's fine.
Thank you.
My second thing is dealing with the topic, subject of executive session, which is a topic on the agenda, so it would be an agenda item topic. Regarding the release of minutes from your May meeting, I have a comment, and I hope somebody from the board, now, you're individual board members, you have a right to speak. None of you do, none of you want to answer, that is fine. But I just want to throw it out there. Hopefully one of you who are public servants, who are servants of the people, answer this question. In your executive session, you not only allowed your attorney to move forward, but you allowed it to be discussed. A letter which was never sent, regardless, you allowed it to be discussed and agreed upon by your attorney, who I guess came up with this idea, to send myself and another resident of the state of New Jersey, an American citizen. What you did was you were going to send us a letter of saying cease and desist with Oprah request because it's harassment and we can't run our district. What you discussed, in my opinion, was an attempt to send us a letter which would violate our civil rights granted to us under the laws of this state and the United States to question our government officials. It's in black and white in your executive session minutes. I would like to know why you allowed that to be discussed. You don't want to answer, that's fine. I'm not suing you over it. I had my discussion with the attorney over it. But I think somebody on this board needs to answer as to why you would even allow a discussion to take place which directly violates someone's civil rights.
Mr. Schmidt, in the event that the board chooses not to respond, what I will simply respond to is saying that the board's intent and the letter that in fact was sent was never a request for a cease and desist, not to send Oprah requests.
So I'm not talking about a letter. I'm talking about a letter which was discussed via an additional letter to myself and Mr. Taft.
All
it read in your
All
minutes.
I'll say, Mr. Schmidt, is that the board agrees with you that it would not ever authorize anybody to suggest that anyone should not exercise their right to request under the Open Public Records Act. It did not do so, and we agree with you.
I understand you not do so to the board, but you discussed it and coming from that meeting, it was the intent of this board to send a letter based off of that. I don't know how you could have a discussion about that. And if you think having a discussion about that and allowing a solicitor, a lawyer, an officer of the court to give you that type of advice, well, I think it's totally misguided. It is 100% wrong. You need to make sure this does not happen again. And in my opinion, you need to hold the person accountable for saying that advice. And next reorg, throw them out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Schmidt.
Is there anyone else that would like to have a comment this time on any agenda item? Seeing none, we'll move on to our reports. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. Board, you received a copy of the superintendent's